you will see, I think on your right, can you see those white roofs?
Yes.
Okay, that's the place where we're gonna go soon, where the cave is. But I just wanted you to put them in mind, the distance between where we were and the people crossing to go over into Xilodimul. And then just on a little bit further down on your right is this big, I don't know, is it a reservoir? What do you call these big, where they brought water in? It's a reservoir. Just a bit further down, and then you stop the car. We won't get down. No, go down a bit further. We haven't reached the building yet. And on there is inscripted 19, I think 48 or 49, I can't remember, maybe 49 or 47, I think, I don't know. You see right in front of us this building. This is where the water reservoir was. We passed the inscription, but if it goes behind, can you see? Can you see the inscription on the building? Just in the middle there.
Can anyone see? It's the date, 1948 or 47 or 40. No, I can't.
SBA police station, which is the military. Well, it's not the military, but anyway, it's within the base. It's not a Cypriot, not in the Republic of Cyprus. And you will see also the British flag. You see the British flag there? That's the SBA police station, because we're still in the base. All across, in front of us, around us, everything is the base. And Xilodimul itself is in the middle of the base. It's a village that is caught in the middle of the base. Somewhere here near the police station, I was told, they used to have big like furnaces where all the rubbish was burnt because hundreds of thousands of people, and you had to burn them for sanitation reasons. And my mother's grandfather used to work in that job, because my mother always used to say, he talked to me about burning rubbish in the furnos. Furno is ovens, yes. So lots and lots of different jobs within the camp from the people.
Do you know how many worked in the British camps, in the detention camps?
How many Cypriots?
Yeah.
Numbers I don't know, but there was a big number of them that worked in the camps. Not only from Xilodimul, but the surrounding villages. My father-in-law was from Arsos, which is the north of there. He used to travel because there were limited jobs at the time. So lots of jobs were created because of the camps. They needed manpower.
Do you know how many British would have been there at one time? The number of the British Army? Because I'm sure I've read it, but I can't remember.
We're talking about in 1940,
Yeah, the 40s.
and in the 40s, we were still under the British rule.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they had the whole of Cyprus. There, we had this would be in the records of the British, that how many people were here at the time. So we're now in Xilodimbu village, and we're going to go straight to the cave. Became a little church. This is the top of the cave. Okay, we've had gravel, earth. It was a big cave. We are standing here about 3 meters above. So if you imagine the cave, the depth, the length of it, this is the top, and it was 3 meters down. So it was a big cave. In this area, there was lots of caves, but this is one of the biggest caves. And here we have a story of this: the locals finding an icon of St. George, and then people started calling it St. George's Cave. And then during the time of the camps, when the people were escaping, we'll go down inside the camp, in the cave, they found people hiding in the cave. Either some could have got lost, some would have been waiting for some people to come and collect them. But the story I wanted to share with you is the uncle of mine who came here and told me the story before it became a church. And a TV crew also came from America, and they filmed this. And he said that when, as a young boy, he came here on his bike, because this area was no houses, it was plain. And he come in this area because there was lots of wild mushrooms, and he would pick mushrooms. And during this time he heard voices, and he turned around and he realized there was, and as a young lad he heard these stories, but as we said, not a lot was spoken about it. So he knew that they were Jews that escaped from the camp. And he approached them, and of course there was a language barrier, but I think he understood that they were hungry. So he said he went in his bike, he went home, he took a loaf of bread, some coriander, he said, and some water, and he brought it back here, and a map. And he said they wanted to know where the sea was. Yes. So he walked with them and directed them in the way to the sea. And he said there was a boat waiting for them there. And as they were, by the way, they were all men. He said they walked in with their clothes into this boat, and then they turned around and they waved goodbye to him. So that was his story of it. And he was telling the story here, and he was to the TV crew, and he was just crying and crying and crying, and they were videoing it. If ever the story goes into a documentary, it'd be worth waiting.
Do you have the video?
I might have, because I requested that they send me just that part for his family, because after he died. I think I do have it somewhere, but I need to search.
And I call it that a friend in need is a friend indeed.
And the continuation, ironically, that this man, the same man, when his son grew up, he fell in love with this is for all those that didn't hear the story, he fell in love with a Jewish girl.
From the camp?
No. This is later. His son. His son. When he grew
years
up.
later, yeah.
Yes, his son. I don't know if they married, but anyway, they had a daughter. She lives in Israel. She's the granddaughter of this person who helped them escape, and she's married to a famous singer in Israel.
You know his name?
Yes, I do. I do.
No, I must.
I do. It will come to me, and I will
Okay.
tell you. You know, they were in this. You know, they have on TV these programs where couples go and there's a show competition.
Between couples, between
Yeah.
married couples.
Yes,
yeah.
you know this one. They
I've
came.
seen the little that he told me about his experience in Cyprus is that he escaped as well from the camp, Camp 68, and that since he was a young man in his early 20s, an able-bodied, the Brits didn't let them go even on certificates into Israel during that period in order for them not to join the Israeli forces against the Arab forces. So he, with other friends, he said they escaped from the camp through a tunnel to a boat that was waiting for them in the sea, that was arranged by the Palyan, by the Palma section of
Yes.
sea. And that's how he got to
Yeah.
Israel and immediately went to the army to fight. And my mother was left here
That's why it was all.
pregnant.
That's why it was all men. It
Yeah.
was the men escaping.
Because the women, pregnant women and women with
Were
babies
given
and
priority.
women got,
Yes,
yeah,
they got
exactly, they got
priority to live.
certificates to live. But
Yeah.
young, able, good men like you were not allowed.
Also, the children that were born here in Cyprus,
Yeah.
they never had a birth certificate because they were passing through and it wasn't. But in recent years, together with Yaron and some people that have approached me personally, I organize, we go to Nicosia, and I get them a birth certificate,
Oh,
a live birth certificate.
beautiful.
And this is part of the
An agreement with the Cypriot
no,
government.
it's not agreement. They were born here.
Here,
It's
yeah,
just
but
that
there is evidence, if there is
yes,
the
they have
registration,
they have either a life certificate. No, not from the British. No, from
From
the
hospitals, there
From
must
the
have been
hospital.
registration. yeah.
You know, on the
From
passport
the
it
camps.
says born in Cyprus.
Cyprus.
Right,
I
right,
think
right.
that's
Yes,
enough.
that's
Okay.
enough. And anyway, we get these birth certificates, and you have these 70-what-year-olds that have never had it.
Yeah.
They can't use it for anything. The birth certificate is just for sentimental reasons.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
go there. We go to the district office first, and we wait in the queue. And I say to them, now I want you to imagine that now your mother has just got pains, okay? and then we go to the court. I have to take them to the court to get the confirmation and that. And I say, now your mother has been taken to the hospital, okay? So just imagine. And then we go back to the district office, and then they get their certificate. Now you're born. And they hold it. You cannot imagine how much they start crying. And they know they can't use this birth certificate for anything except some of them who were born in EU, who are now EU
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah, they can get
They can get
passports. They need a birth certificate.
They need a birth
They
certificate,
need for the procedure, yeah.
so they get a European passport.
Yeah.
Okay.
When we will have more few minutes, I will tell a story how I get my birth certificate. Much before.
Yes, that was it. Was
Many years ago.
You want to tell now?
No, there is no time. Rosie,
Please
we
tell
have
us
time.
now because we will be going. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, short. Ma, short.
Sorry.
No, I don't know to speak short.
Okay. Wait.
Another opportunity, okay?
Okay. All right. So be careful of the steps, those that are coming down.
I'm going to use a big guy.
Yeah. I'll hold you. Don't worry.
I know, it's just excuse to hold up my hand. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
You got a nice young man holding your hand.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
That's fresh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because it's the freshness of a cave.
Yeah.
Yes. Some countries, people still live in caves, don't
Yes.
they? Is it in Cyprus like that?
No. So this cave,
That's a Saint Nicholas. What's the sanctity of Saint Nicholas? Being not Christian, I don't know.
Saint Nicholas,
St. George, you mean?
No, they found yeah. This is St. George's Day. St. Nicholas. Yes. Yes. The St. Nicholas, the one we went to the church.
The church there was